Let's talk about Pat, baby. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about Pat. Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris. You reached Chris Loves Lux. And if you know what song I just remixed to make it about Pat instead of about something else, hit me down in the comments and tell me what song was that I was half singing, because you know I can't sing. But let's talk about, what was it? I'll give you the hint. It was let's talk about, but I replaced the word with Pat. So hit me in the comments real quick. Tell me where I got that from. But in the meantime, it's episode 4 of McGrath Mondays, and we're talking about the Subversive palette today. And I am super happy because this is my favorite Pat palette of all Pat palettes, and I have them all. So let's talk about Subversive today. I am super happy. Before we get into the tutorial, if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, share this video with your friends, and then head over to IG and follow me at Chris Loves Lux, because I'd be happy to talk to you there as well. But right now we talking about Subversive, so I'm gonna be quiet because I could talk all day long. So we're gonna stop, drop, and roll to the tutorial, and I'll see you at the end. All right, everybody, today is all about the Subversive palette. Let me do this. Okay, so today that's the palette of choice for episode 4 of McGrath Mondays. So I'm going to go in with a little smaller of a crease brush. Normally I go in with my Detail Pro. Today I'm going to go in with my classic crease, and I'm going to go right into, let me get my names out, the deep shade. That's this brown shade right there. And we're going to go right in. And I did use my Hourglass primer for my eyes, which I have been using for the last week and a half, I think, or something like that. And I am really, really, really feeling that primer a lot more than the Anastasia one, which I thought I would never like anything better than that. But never say never, because I am liking the way it's not as stark white as the Anastasia Beverly Hills primer, yet it's still somewhat tacky, but it gives a nice smooth base to the eye, and I really, really can appreciate that. So we're going to attempt 2 eye looks today, and as you can tell, I don't even have to dip my brush in again. Okay, then after that, I am going to go in with a clean brush. Here we go. Another class, it's Crease Pro. I am going in with Lazovic, this color right here. Only see if it'll pick it up. Only right under it. Deepen it up a little bit, but not as deep as my transition shade. And it's funny because the studio lights, it makes it look a lot lighter than I'm looking in my mirror like, let's not look like we got punched in the eye. Okay, all right, so now what shade shall I use on the lid, you ask? And I'm looking, and this shade looks like the shade, even though I flocked to you know what, no, we're gonna go with Blitz Amethyst. I know it looks blue on here, if I remember correctly. Does it go on blue? Yes, it does, and that's the color that we're gonna we're gonna go with today. These special shades, they just apply better with the finger. Does have a slight shift to it because it is a dual chrome, so when I shift, at least in my mirror, it has a purple shift to it. And just my nail will prevent me from getting in that corner like I want to. Now for a topper shade, trying to see which topper shade I'm gonna go on with. Astral Ghost Orchid. Let's see. And then for an actual inner corner, I am just a little bit of extreme black and literally just, because it's really, really pigmented. Extremely pigmented, as you can tell. And that's it for this side. I will clean up this whole corner here where I have a ton of Okay, so now we're going to go on to this eye. What are we going to use as a transition shade here? I think I'm going to go in with the same color which was deep shade, but I'm going to change my lid color. And this time for a lid color, I am going to go in with Gigabyte, which is this gold green shift shade. I love that shade. So love this shade. I think this shade is why Subversive ends up being my favorite palette. Everybody complains, oh, another gold when we get a new palette and it's gold. But see, this is not really gold. This is gold, but it has such a green shift to it that almost not gold, if that makes any sense. And people always complain, oh, even when Rose Decadence came out, you know how many reviews I saw, they were like, oh, another gold. Look, don't hate on the gold. Your girl loves the gold. I do. I would not be telling the truth if I told you anything different. I really, really enjoy the gold. Different golds, they all have different shifts. Some shift gold and a little bit of green, some shift gold, and then it has a different undertone to it that just gives it a whole different vibe. For me, it's all good. I love it. I am so feeling that color. No, this is the wrong brush, Christine. Okay. So, I am going to take Skin Show Fever, which is this color right here. I am going to put it in my inner lid. Just look at what I'm doing over here. Just put that there just to tone it just a little bit down, since it has such a contrast from the other eye. It was giving me such a strong green, in this being purple. I just felt like I just needed to tone some of the lid down, so just a little bit. Now I am going to do something a tad bit different, which I've never done before. So we're going to see how this works. I'm going to take the black metal. I'm going to use my finger. Just want to see. If I can use this as I'm going to have to use. I am going to have to use a brush because this is just not working. But this brush. See, I don't want to experience too much fallout, but I do want to place this here. Oh, okay. So now that I've done that, let's just blend this in. I thought about using extreme black, but this black metal can give me the same effect, only shimmery. That eye. To me, this is like an average purple eye. Okay, this right here, before I leave the house, I might wipe this off and make both eyes match. Normally, once I'm done filming, I go out with my mask on however my eye looks, and if it's two different eyeshadow looks, then it's just two different eyeshadow looks. But we're gonna see what I end up doing today. Oh, this is so... My daughter, I don't know why the music always has to blast. How many of you out there have teenagers? Do they blast their music? Oh my gosh. And my mother's always saying, you blasted your music when you were 15, but I don't recall it being that loud. I just don't. Okay. I'm really liking this eye, guys. What do you think? I am. All right. I'm going to do the rest of my face off camera and then I'll be back. Okay, everybody, this is the finished look. I almost left it without hitting record to show the finished look. But anyway, this is the finished look, and I struggle, guys. I struggle with the lip because the pinks didn't work. The nudes didn't work. The red definitely wasn't gonna work. So it was like, what could I do? So what I did was I took Deep Void as the lip liner. Really, motorcycle? I took Deep Void as lip liner, and then I went in with Nude Venus, the Nude Divinal Lip Shine, and covered it with Flesh Astral, which I always use when I don't know what to do, because this is my go-to with a lip liner for a lot of looks. But this, and then blended it in. This is what it came out. I don't think it looks terrible. It's hard when you have two very different eye colors, right? Because you're trying to match both eyes. One will match one eye but not the other. So if you cover it up, that's a great look. And then if you cover it up, that still will be great, right? I probably would have went slightly deeper with a deeper brown, but either way, I think it works. As far as my eyes are concerned, no lashes. I used the new Dark Star mascara. I do use a lash primer, just because my lash is almost non-existent. Finish up the bottom lash line with a little bit of the what is this, deep shade, that dark brown, and then I also use the extreme black just to blow it out in the inner corners of the lower lash line. I used Gigabyte here, and in this one I used Blitz Amethyst here. In the inner corner, I used Skin Show Fever, this color right here in the inner corner, and as a brow bone highlight. And this is the finished look. For complexion, my typical, if this is the 4th episode, you guys know I mix my foundations, MD22 and MD25. Today I did use 2 concealers for a little extra brightness. I have MD21 under most of my eye, and then MD22 down the bridge of my nose, around my nose, and on my chin is 22. And then I have the Trio blush on, highlighter on. Now, Pat doesn't have a primer, so I did use the Becca Pat doesn't have a bronzer. So I used the Becca Sunlit Bronzer in a Panina Sun. And then blush, I use this Gigi Gorgeous blush. Something really just to throw some color on there. Under eye, I have the Pat powder, under eye powder, and then setting powder in medium deep 4 to set my foundation. And that's pretty much everything. So here's the final look. Tell me in the comments what you think. What are you thinking about this Subversive? How many of you have Subversive? Do you like these colors, or do you lean towards the everyday looks that you get from Divine Rose and Midnight Sun and Brown Seduction? I love colors, so that's why I love Subversive. It is my favorite palette to use if I had to rank my Pat McGrath palettes. So tell me what you think. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it. Don't forget to share it with your friends who also may love Pat McGrath. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Until the next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.